Let's turn our attention now to one of our top stories. The Telecoms Chamber has assured it will do its best to provide stable data connection for consumers during this lockdown period. This comes as a response to the Finance Minister's call for telcos to reduce the cost of data and telecommunication services to small businesses. CEO of the Telecoms Chamber, Kenneth Ashigbe, joins me now via Skype for some further comments on the situation. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Business Live.
Good evening.
Now, before we get to the reduction in the cost of data, has COVID-19 hit the industry directly or indirectly in any way?
Well, definitely the scourge has hit every industry. You know that for our industry, for example, a lot of the inputs in terms of critical equipment has to be imported. So the challenges that you face with global logistics definitely impact what you can do. So there are a lot of orders that our members have placed that are still not in yet, and we're still doing plans to be able to bring them in. But generally speaking, you have your staff, you have your customers, you have your agents, you have your suppliers that would all have to also abide by the protocols that have been given. So you know that most of our staff are working remotely, working at home. A lot of our agents and all of that would also know they are part of the essential services. Yeah, they're also impacted. And generally, because telecommunication service is not completely inelastic, when consumers have challenges that they face with money for water and all of that, definitely the impact will come in terms of even demand. But definitely what we are beginning to see is a surge in the growth in the demand for internet services.
Okay.
But unfortunately, you know that the networks are not unlimited. The capacity is not unlimited. So we are currently focused on ensuring that the networks are available, it's stable, and also consumer experience is not affected by this surge. And so that's what is taking a lot of our attention.
I would like to know from you whether the Chamber would accede to the proposal made by the Finance Minister to reduce cost of data.
Well, you see, what's happening is that you need to balance the need for data to do critical work. People who are working from home, students who are at home, people who need it to be able to use emergency services. You need to balance that with people's desire to be able to get access to the internet. So what you find out that we've done is that we have zero rated the website for the Ghana Health Service. There are other ministries' websites that have also been zero rated. The educational websites have all been zero rated. The Ghana Education Service just brought out a particular website that students can go to. All of these, our members are zero rating. We also are working with government to be able to zero rate some portals that government workers need to be able to have access to the website. As a chamber, we also are working with the Ghana Health Service, the NCA, the Ministry of Communication, to provide some free services. So the 112 number and the other numbers that Ghana Health Service was doing, for example, you could call that, it was zero rated, so you could call that for free. Right. Also, we are sending messages to consumers for free. But what we don't advise, because of what we've seen in other markets, is that 100% zero or reduction for everybody. If you are not too careful, people who are just using especially a lot of entertainment and all of that, I block the network. So you find out that in other jurisdictions, people are even asking companies like Netflix and YouTube to minimize the file sizes. And even for us as the chamber, we'll be issuing some recommendation for fair usage of internet so that we can ensure that when it comes to critical need for the internet, some of these have been zero rated, some Our members are also giving some particular packages and all of that. But we ensure that the networks are constantly available for people to do critical things, and the networks are not shut down.
All right. That will be it for now. Many thanks for your time. Kenneth Ashibi, the CEO of the Telecoms Chamber.